Chapter 1. A Quiet Town with Dark Secrets. Bend, Oregon, is a serene city where the low crime rate brings peace of mind to its residents. College students, 10,000 of them, feel safe under the watchful eyes of campus security guards. But what happens when one of these friendly faces harbors a deadly obsession? This is the story of Kaylee Sawyer, a missing student, a desperate man, and a crime spree that spanned multiple states.
She's kept screaming, and I just followed her forever.
Chapter 2. Kaylee's World. Kaylee Sawyer had lived in Bend, Oregon, her entire life. Part of a large and blended family, she was the eldest of 5 siblings and the shining light of family gatherings. As a member of the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, Kaylee carried a deep connection to her heritage, being the great-great-great-granddaughter of Chief Joseph Forbear. At 23, she was working as a dental assistant at Opry Dental and had re-enrolled at Central Oregon Community College. She shared an apartment near campus with her boyfriend of 2 years, Cameron Reimhofer. On July 23, 2016, Kaylee dressed up for a night out, donning a black dress, brown boots, and a green purse. She attended a bachelorette party in downtown Bend. As the evening wore on, her friends noticed her dancing with a man who wasn't her boyfriend. By midnight, she texted Cameron to pick her up. Chapter 3. A Night of Turmoil. When Cameron arrived, tension filled the air. They fought in the car, with Cameron expressing concern over her reckless behavior. Earlier, Kaylee had told her father she was trying to figure things out. After arriving home, Cameron suggested Kaylee take a walk to cool off. She stepped out into the safe neighborhood, intending to return soon, but minutes turned into hours. Cameron texted her repeatedly, his concern growing. Her final message to him at 1 a.m. was goodbye. By morning, her side of the bed remained empty. When Cameron couldn't find her, he called her parents and eventually the police.
Dispatch, how can I help you?
Hi. I'm not sure if this is quite the right number to call. Last night I got home from the bars with my girlfriend. She got upset at me and ran off. And I chased her and wasn't able to find her, and I still haven't heard from her. Her phone's off. I called all her family and they haven't heard from her, so I'm wondering what you recommend I do.
We can put in a call and we can have officers or deputies look for her.
Okay.
Where was she last seen at?
College Way. Alpine Meadows apartment complex. It's like at the top of College Way. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I guess she said her phone was about to die, and then I couldn't get a hold of her after that. I haven't heard from her since.
Okay. Any idea where she would go, or?
I don't know. I figured she'd go where her car was to her best friend's or her mom's, and I've been over to both. Talked to her dad, and I just haven't heard anything from anybody knowing this.
Okay. Does she go to, like, have a job that she needs to be out that she missed or anything like that?
Not today. She has work tomorrow at Opry Dental.
Okay. And any diagnosed mental or physical health issues?
No, I know of.
Chapter 4. The investigation begins. Police interviewed Kaylee's friends and Cameron. Though he had argued with her, they ruled him out as a suspect. They also questioned the man she danced with that night, but he hadn't seen her after she left the bar. With no leads, officers wondered if Kaylee had chosen to leave on her own. Chapter 5. A Sinister Revelation. Meanwhile, rookie cop Isabel Ponce Lara woke up on Monday morning to a horrifying confession from her husband, Edwin Lara, a campus security guard. He claimed to have accidentally hit a woman with his car during his shift and hidden her body. Isabel was confused and alarmed by his panicked behavior.
This whole time up to when you're going to the movie, anything stand out to you?
You know what I just thought about right now? He had the windows cracked open. He never did that.
Okay.
And I asked him about that, and he said, oh, it's hot.
Later that morning, police searched Edwin's shed. Inside, they found Kaylee's blooded green purse, clumps of blonde hair, and a blood-stained rock. The disappearance was now a murder investigation. Chapter 6. A Killer's Obsession. Evidence painted a disturbing picture of Edwin's mindset. His shed contained a graphic poster about the railroad killer smeared with red paint to mimic blood. At work, he had a reputation for inappropriate behavior, sharing explicit photos and expressing a fascination with dead bodies. These warning signs had gone unnoticed or unaddressed by his employers. Fleeing Bend, Edwin began a violent crime spree. He carjacked 19-year-old Andrea Mays at gunpoint, forced her to pose as his girlfriend at a motel, and later abducted a family at a gas station. His actions escalated as he shot a wildlife photographer who tried to resist him. Throughout, Edwin alternated between paranoia and chilling pride in his crimes. After a desperate 24-hour manhunt, Edwin was captured in California. His confession to police revealed how he had lured Kaylee into his security vehicle, assaulted her, and killed her with a rock.
All right, so that's all I wanted to say. You know, I don't want.
Any kind of medical or?
Yeah, well, I think so. I'm gonna need my inhaler. I forgot my inhaler at home.
Edwin, how fast are you going?
I'm going about 120 miles an hour
About
right now.
120 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Can you slow down?
Well, I want to make it there quick. That way I can turn myself in.
Well, the officer sees you with it. We just don't want you to speed away from anything. If you can stop and just give yourself in, it'll probably be easier.
Well, there's an officer behind me right now.
Okay, they see you. We're talking to them. They see you.
Yeah, she's seeing me. I think it's a she. She's right behind me.
Okay, the officer sees you, and are you able to safely stop?
Yeah, I can stop, but not right now. I'll stop in Corning.
What's the difference from stopping now in Corning?
I just don't want to stop right here in the middle of the road, you know, putting myself in danger and putting everybody else in danger, more in danger, I guess.
You know, they won't. They're aware. I'll let them know they won't. But if you can stop safely, they just don't want you to run. They think you're trying to run or anything.
Okay.
Edwin, do you have any weapons with you?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I do have a gun on me. I am not going to flash the gun, so you tell them not to shoot me.
Okay.
No, I don't want to die.
Okay, you stick by your word, though. I'll let them know.
Yeah, I'm going to let them know. You know, don't hurt Andrea. You know, she's a nice girl. You know, don't hurt her. I'm actually calling my family to say bye to them. So once I'm done calling all my family, then I'll turn myself in.
Okay, we can get a hold of your family if you want.
I already called my wife. I called a lot of people already. I am wanted for the death of Kaylee Sawyer at Bend, Oregon. I just want to say that it was an accident. So I work for Campus Public Safety there, and she was really drunk, and I didn't see her, and I run her over.
Okay.
And then after that, you know, I just she was still breathing, and then she was screaming, and I decided to silence her forever. Just, you know, I know this is being recorded, and you know, I just want to say to the family of Kaylee that, you know, I am sorry. I am sorry for what I did to her, and in time I will tell them where the body is. You know, I will just, that way she can rest in peace. You know.
Do you want to let me know, or just have this recorded where it is?
No, I remember.
Okay.
So, I mean, hopefully the police officer doesn't shoot me, you know, and I'll survive, you know.
Yeah.
He disposed of her body near a highway, where it was discovered 2 days later. The medical examiner confirmed she died from blunt force trauma.
But I want to get home first.
Okay, so here's what I know about this. Hear me out, sir. We can't change what happened, the three of us in this room. And people will care more about what happens right now than what happened before. So we know that you've been talking to some people, et cetera, right? And because we have different jurisdictions, I can assure you that right now the DA's office is working on allowing us to take you back to Oregon, okay? But they're still working on that, okay? So in the meantime, we need to consider some things, okay? If this information gets to other people that you were like, hell yeah, I'm gonna tell you, but only until I get what I want, they might try to think of this about something different than what it is. 'Cause I don't think you're a bad guy, right? I think that things have spun completely out of control, sir. Sir, am I right? Okay, but that being said, you know from your training and your education that we have a massive load of resources right now dedicated to one thing, and that's to serve the victim's family, okay? And they need that, and they need that right now. And so I need you to remember that it doesn't matter so much about what happened, it's what you do now.
A tragic update to bring to you tonight in the disappearance of Bend resident Kaylee Sawyer. Police now say they found a body and they believe that to be Sawyer's body. Now, Edwin Lara has been arrested yesterday in connection with this. Edwin Lara is a 31-year-old Redmond resident currently employed at COCC working as a part-time campus public safety officer. We've recently learned that Lara's wife, Isabel Pons Lara, as I mentioned, is a Bend police officer who yesterday morning reported her husband's potential involvement in this.
Despite his confession being ruled inadmissible, the overwhelming physical evidence led to Edwin Lara's conviction.
So a couple things you need to understand, and we're finally getting to the real problem here, we really are, is you knew she was never getting out the car the moment you shut that door. Well, let me finish. You need to let me finish, right? Because I know this, okay? Because you said you were a hooker. She's like, no. Immediately you go to give me your purse and your phone.
Well, I knew she wasn't going to get out.
She wasn't gonna survive that encounter, was she?
No.
Because you can't rape her and let her live, can you?
And she can't make a phone call if you have it.
I wasn't going to.
Well, you can't let her live.
Edwin, we're missing something here, man.
Look, yeah, I know what you guys are thinking, and it makes perfect sense. It does.
Because
Why would you ask for her purse? What was in your head that made you want her purse?
Because, you know,
Just in case she had a gun? She could defend herself.
She was going to use her phone.
to call 911. Call for help.
So, but listen to this. According to your story, this is where it does not make sense. If your intent isn't already there to do some kind of harm or some kind of evil to her, some friggin' evil that's there, bro. It's there. You just gotta face it down, man. You can't cower away from it. You face that damn thing down right now. If you know the only way, if you don't have intent in her head, your thought is, I gotta keep that phone away from her because she's gonna call for help before anything bad's even happened. You've already made a decision. Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me.
So I made the decision that I had to silence her.
To kill her. Let's be real. When you say silence her, you mean kill her. Is that correct?
Okay. Because
When did you make that decision?
when she started screaming, because she had seen my face.
But you already grabbed her phone. You already kept her away from making a call for help or contacting someone. So you're already preserving yourself. So I'm thinking it's before, when you ask for the purse, I think you already know in your head, I'm going to silence her. I'm going to kill her. Why else would you ask?
So when she gave me her, like, she had her phone, because I knew her phone was back there. Like, it just clicked on my head, and I put her purse back there, her phone is in there, you know. So I told her, give me the purse. So then
Tell me exactly how you said, give me your purse. Say exactly how you said it.
Okay, so I want to give me your f***ing purse.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Okay.
So she hands over the purse, and I'm like, your phone is not in here. And she goes, yes, it is. So I start digging in the purse with this hand, and I find the phone, and it's there. So, and you know, very relieved, but at this time she's struggling with the door, and I'm telling her, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
You know why you felt relieved when you found that phone? You know why? Tell me why you felt
She
relieved.
wasn't calling her up
And she was never gonna get away.
because she had seen my face already.
I'm sorry to see your face. And you already knew what you were gonna do.
No.
You were gonna silence her. You already told us that.
Well, yeah, but
Why else would you grab her phone?
because from the moment, that's when I knew that she wasn't a hooker. You know,
And she's gonna tell. She's gonna say something.
if I let her out of the car, she's gonna go say, hey, you know, security guard or something.
The sound that you heard after the strike of the first rock, before you hit her with the second, is agonal breathing, and you know this. It's the sound of life leaving her body. It's the sound of the life God breathed into her, leaving her, and her life being no more, going away, being done. It's the sound of everyone loving her, mourning. It's the sound of her blood crying out from the friggin' earth. Right? You know this. It's Cain and Abel. No. No. You know what it is? You need to hear it though. Okay? I respect you enough, Edwin, at this point, that I've asked you for detail, and now I'm going to give you my own. Okay? Those are the cold hard facts. Does God still love you? Will He forgive you? Will He bring you back into His heart? Will He? Questions you have to answer for yourself. But the truth of the matter is that her blood cries out, man. That her life is gone. It will never be replaced. The truth of the fact is this: what you mistook for a hooker was an absolute angel, was the apple of her mom and dad's eye, was the breath that they breathed, that they spent and cultivated all their life raising and growing. And she is gone forever.
I think all throughout my life, I have struggled with somehow the urge to kill. But what has helped me not develop that, in a sense, was when I married my wife. It kind of dissipated because I had something to look forward to. Before that, I didn't have nothing to look forward to.
Is this addressed to Dad?
Yeah, the last one is for CLCC.
Okay. I think it would play pretty well on recording if we read this out loud. It might show some of your emotion. Might show.
Want me to read it?
I would love you to read it. Thank you, sir.
I've been trying to ask Kaylee for forgiveness, but I don't think her soul hears my crying because God doesn't allow the devil to talk to angels. However, I know Kaylee hears you, and if you find it within your heart, please ask her to forgive me. I know that I will spend the rest of my life asking God to forgive me, but I don't think He will. Sir, this is directed to her dad. I am not sure what your name is, but I know for a fact that you loved your daughter. I read something that you were desperately looking for her, and that touched the little heart I have within me. I say little heart a little bit because a man like me don't have a heart. A man like me doesn't deserve the job I had, and I will never have it again. The COCC, no one has to pay for my evil doing. Every officer on the campus are great men and women. I am sorry to my community. I am sorry because I failed you. I am sorry for wearing the badge.
He received life without parole for Kaylee's murder and a second life sentence for his subsequent crimes. In 2019, the Oregon legislature passed Kaylee's Law, ensuring that campus security cannot be mistaken for police and mandating stricter oversight of security personnel. This law championed by Kaylee's family, aims to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. Kaylee Sawyer's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the hidden dangers that can lurk even in the safest communities. Her legacy endures as a call for vigilance and justice. If you like the video, make sure to follow the channel so you can hear more chilling true crime stories from Grandpa.